I'm Amy Schrader with RE/MAX Real Estate 10, and I want to give you a few tips on how to choose a home builder. Now, the thing that I know is that most of the time, people who buy a lot or a piece of land here in East Tennessee are not from here. And that can be a challenge to try and research home builders from a distance and pick someone that you feel confident in, that you can trust to make your vision come to life when you're not here to watch the daily progress of it. So what I'm going to tell you is, number one, look at those builders online. Look at their Google My Business page. Look at their Facebook pages. Read their reviews. What kind of negative posts are out there? Now, we all know that most people are going to say something negative before they'll say something positive, but we are living in a digital world where more and more people are asking for reviews. So look at how many total reviews do they have? How many are 3 stars and below? Do you really want a 3-star builder building your dream home? So look at their online reputations. What do those reviews say? What are the negative comments? Now, there's truth in the fact that you can't please everyone. So if somebody is just nitpicky, or there was a difference of opinion, sometimes there's just going to be things that people are negative about and they just want a voice to be heard. But some people are going to have legitimate complaints. So look at those. Make your decision based on some online reviews. Second thing I would tell you to take into consideration is call someone that's on the board of directors. If you're buying into an HOA subdivision, call the people on the board of directors and ask them, who is building in your subdivision right now? Who would you warn me to not use if I were going to build in your subdivision? The people that are on the board, the people that live in that subdivision, are going to be a wealth of information for you, not only for builders that you want to use, but builders that you want to stay away from as well. I know that one problem we've had in a couple of different subdivisions here on Cherokee Lake are some of the builders want to cut corners. They don't want to do, the soil erosion control that they're supposed to do. They want to take too long to build a house. So the subdivision that you're building in is going to know who are the builders to avoid, as well as who are the builders that you want to use. The third thing I would tell you to do is talk to the agent that you use to buy that piece of land or that lot. They should know some reputable builders in the area and be able to give you 2 or 3 names and telephone numbers of people that you would want to talk to. Now, I understand that building a home right now is a very expensive process, and I hope that you understand that as well. You're probably not going to buy a house or have a house built at $150 to $175 a square foot. Building materials have went up. Building supply chains are still happening. So make sure that you have a realistic budget before you call, because I can tell you that's usually the biggest complaint that I hear is, well, they just wanted way too much money. I couldn't afford to use them. Well, quality cost. So you have to look at that as well. Sometimes cheapest isn't always the best. So make sure that you have a realistic budget. Stick to your budget. It's real easy to make changes along the way when you're building a house and you're like, oh, well, it's just $5,000 for these other cabinets. Sure, that'll be fine. But then you have another $5,000 item, or maybe a $10,000 item, and before you know it, you're $25,000 to $50,000 over budget on your home. So make sure that you create a realistic budget that you can stick to during the build process. If you need recommendations for a builder here in East Tennessee, feel free to reach out. I'm Amy Schrader with RE/MAX Real Estate 10 in Morristown, Tennessee, 423-748-8811.